We're at Macau Airport and we're going to fly northeast to Hong Kong Airport. It's only a few miles away. We're going to try to follow the bridge / tunnel which comes out. You can see the orange line coming out from the airport, and then it goes underwater for about 4 miles, comes back up again and winds its way back to Macau. I think it's the world's longest bridge. And then there's border crossing we're going to look at the north, fly a couple of miles down to the western border crossing, which is a bridge of the lotuses. Let's see how we go. It's a lot of waypoints, but should be visually easy to follow. Full thrust, 100%. We'll break off. Maps live, everything's looking good. 70 knots, 90, 110, rotate, gear up, flaps up, throttle back a little, still accelerating nicely. Just get the trim right, 200 knots, that's looking good. Actually, don't want to go too fast today for a change. And we're heading south. Let's turn northeast. Yep, okay. Mike India Golf 1. Get too low, we're at 200 knots, which is good. Now we've got 23 miles on this first leg, so we'll crank it up for that. We'll climb a bit actually and get a view of Macau off the left wing. There it goes. As we climb out. Mike India Golf 1. So Hong Kong dead ahead. I can't see any ships at the moment, which is interesting. I must have turned them off somehow. But normally this place is chock-a-block with ships. Only about 12 miles out. So we're going to fly past Hong Kong Airport and then to this terminus where people will enter the tunnel / bridge setup. That was our chase plane safety flight. He's always following me around. Okay, we're coming up to the... so it's quite expensive to run these expeditions. Not one plane, we've got 2 planes, 4 air crew, about 20 ground crew. C-130 Hercules to take the Mackie to the new airport. It's a very expensive tour. So here's the bridge. That's where it goes underwater. So we'll be coming back this way. Now from memory, when I flew out of Hong Kong a few weeks ago, this southern side of the airport. It's very closely flanked by these hills. So my comment at the time was, you wouldn't want to do a left-hand circuit, especially at night, because you'd be running into these hills. Okay, I'm going to do a circle around this bay. That should bring us to where we want to be. About 10 o'clock, I would say. So it looks like you can probably enter the system there, but I think this is the main entrance here. Let's just do a slow flyby. Yeah, because it's got all kinds of, I'm guessing, customs and all that kind of stuff going on. Yeah, it's got boats too. Okay, I haven't quite worked out what's going on there. So I think you enter there, and you drive around this southern side of the airport. Just get that off the right wing. Yep. Yes, I'm pretty sure this is the go, as we say down here. What's the go? In other words, what's going on? Okay, so you drove out here and onto the bridge. And then, as you come around this bend, next thing you're going to be underwater. Push it a little bit lower to get a better look at this. Slow down too. So here we go. Entrance to the tunnel. Okie doke. Then you're underwater for a while, and I'm guessing you come up about there. So they left a gap there for ships to pass through. A couple 100 feet, which should get some good pictures here. There we go. Incredible structure. Yep, and there's the commuters happily travelling a long way across the water. Kind of curves to the north a little bit. I wonder why I didn't go in a straight line. I'm sure there are good reasons. See the lights of Macau and Macau Airport just appearing on the horizon now. Just crank it up a little bit. to detour to avoid these islands, I guess. And we're just about to come up to the exit. At which point I'll climb a little. Okay. And let's do a bit of a circuit so you can have a proper look at it. There we go. Right. So, large processing facility, customs and all that, I guess. And that northernmost bridge goes straight into China. I guess this other one comes across into Macau. Okay, now as far as that border crossing with China, I think it's going to be hard to see. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be somewhere down here. According to my calculation, about 1 o'clock. 200 knots. Let's see if we can get a look at it. Yep, I recognise that pink building there. Yep, that's the border crossing. Makes sense. Looking at the road connections there. Very nice. Okay, let's actually I'll turn the other way. So there's China. That's looking south, just into Macau, and we'll come down the western side of it. Watching my speed there, got a good sign. This is the Chinese side, and this road and bridge here marks the border, as far as I can tell. So we're looking for another bridge down here, and there's a couple, but this Lotus Bridge is supposed to be a main crossing point. Here's our casinos. Somewhere around this bend. Oops, that's my stall warning. Thinking it's the next bridge. Well, I mean, they're both large connections between China and Macau. One of them was described as, it's probably the same with both of them. By the time you drive to the other side, you're driving on the other side of the road. Casinos there. Nice. We'll come back to that. I think this is the bridge I was looking for. Yep. Just fly over the other end of it. Okay, let's just have a quick look at those casinos and then we'll come back and land. There's Macau Airport. So it looks like Macau's kind of in two parts, the southern and northern. This would be the southern one. than one up here. Let's go up and have a closer look. Here's the famous casinos. Nice. One more pass. Might fly through the centre actually. Why not? I watch my stall warnings, 200 knots, but high alpha. Okay, we're coming downhill now, we should be okay. And there we go. Cool. Righto, let's land. Nice. Channel 2. Channel 2. Channel 1. Channel 1. Mike India Golf 3. Cool. Mike India Golf 1. It just occurs to me I didn't do any really stupid flying on this trip, but tempted as I am to fly back past those casinos as fast as I can. I guess I can do that on the next flight because I've about 150 flights so far in this trip and done something stupid on just about every one of them. So I'll just take this one easy as we go downwind. And it's a nice clean setup here. Very uncluttered. Runway practically at sea level. So close I could hardly get a readout in the altimeter. .200 knots, very sedate today. Mike India Golf 1. Oh, just take it easy. No need to upset the pace of this flight. Okay, I think we're far enough out. Yep, let's do a hard turn. 200 knots, quite a bit of power. Yeah, we're accelerating a little bit, which is good. And, wow, really got to turn a lot to find that runway. So, yeah, we managed to do something stupid. Okay, gear down. Full flaps. Speed brake out. See, that landing was going to be so easy. Trim down, that's what I want.